A very good evening, dear listener. Reporting live from the Explorer Studios is Malaika Kayesu. In our headlines, President Museveni urges leaders to spearhead the fight against poverty. UPDF help end a 2-year water crisis in DRC, and Tanzania declares Marburg outbreak over. Here's the news in details. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has recommended politicians to be at the vanguard of encouraging their electorate to deeply engage in commercial and strategic farming. The president made the call while giving a speech on wealth creation to the NRM caucus, who are attending a 10-day retreat at the National Leadership Institute in Chankwanzi. The president said, "This is a very important topic for you and me because this is what I have been involved in for the last 60 years. Uganda is rich in terms of natural resources, land, forests, grasslands, water, and everything else." The UPDF, operating under the East African Regional Force in the Democratic Republic of Congo, completed a water project for the residents of the Rutshuru territory in North Kivu. This was part of their corporate social responsibility to the community. According to the local chief of Rutshuru territory in North Kivu, Mr. Ndianabo Kakosi, the water points will serve the communities of Nyongera, Bwironde, Ruweze, Kiwanja, Rutshuru, and Kiryandoni town, which have suffered for the past 2 years with inadequate clean water. Brigadier General William Bainomgisha has assumed office as the new commandant of the military police, taking over from Major General Don Nabasa, who has been assigned as the new UPDF 3rd Infantry Division commander based in Moroto, Karamoja. Major General Don Nabasa replaced Brigadier Joseph Balikudembe in President Museveni's recent reshuffle of both command and administration of the army. A group of 24 police line officers from the Eastern African Standby Force have today completed a 12-day workshop on sexual gender-based violence in peace support operation investigations at Adamas Hotel in Entebbe. The training program was aimed at enhancing the capabilities of peacekeeping mission officers in conducting specialized SGBV investigations and improving interview skills. Closing the course, AIGP Godfrey Goloba, the Director of Human Resource Development, urged the participants to utilize the knowledge and skills gained to purposefully serve in mission areas where they are deployed. The Anti-Corruption Court in Kampala has issued criminal summons against State Minister for Finance and Economic Planning, Amos Lugolobi. The summons were issued today by the Chief Magistrate Moses Nabende on the request of the State Prosecutor Safina Bireke after the minister failed to turn up for mention of his case. However, Lugolobi's lawyers, led by John Nisabirye and Tony Tumukunde, told court that the minister was out of the country for official duties. Nabende, however, issued the criminal summons against Lugolobi and directed that he appears on 29th June when the trial magistrate, who is currently indisposed, returns. The Uganda National Meteorological Authority has warned about heavy downpours expected in the months of June, July, and August in the northern and eastern regions. In their forecast, the authority's chief executive, Festus Luboyera, told the media in Kampala that in the coming weeks there could be an El Nino weather conditions that are characterized by heavy and long downpours in the northern and eastern regions. The western and central parts of Uganda will experience very low rains until mid-June, when there will be an increase to moderate rains up to August. The Joint Clinical Research Center has introduced a new service in the country, which, according to the Ministry of Health, is set to curb the number of people who develop complications after blood transfusion. According to Dr. Twine, the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Health, 90% of the people who develop complications resulting from a blood transfusion in Uganda die. With a blood irradiation machine that has been donated to the research center by a California-based laboratory, blood is exposed to low levels of light in a bid to sieve it further to reduce complications that cannot be predicted using the normal screening procedure currently used. The director of CID AIGP Tom Magambo has this afternoon met with officers from the Aswa policing region in Pada district. Addressing the officers, AIGP Magambo emphasized the need for strategic focus on the Uganda police force in enhancing law and order for the country's socio-economic transformation. The director is on a field refocusing visit aimed at enhancing performance and coordination in curbing criminality in the region. And in our last story, Tanzania has declared the end of the Marburg virus outbreak in the country. Presence of the fever was first confirmed in March in the northwestern Kagera region. There were 9 cases and 6 people that died. The World Health Organization confirmed its joint action with Tanzania on an emergency response, and that has enabled the authorities to limit the impacts of a highly infectious disease. Thank you for listening to us here on Explorer Online Radio, the home of reliable and authentic news. Happy Matters Day.